True power never announces itself. From Sun Tzu to Machiavelli, the greatest minds in strategy have understood a fundamental truth. Real control belongs to those who master the art of silence. In a world where everyone competes to be the loudest, the real architects of influence remain unseen, speaking only when necessary, and even then with calculated precision. Silence is not simply the absence of sound. It is a weapon, a tool of dominance, and a strategy used by those who understand its potential. It is the pause before an impactful statement, the space in which decisions are made, and the quiet strength that unsettles those who rely on noise to assert their authority. Have you ever noticed how the most powerful individuals in any room are often the ones who speak the least? It is no coincidence. It is a science. In an age of constant information, where opinions are broadcasted without thought, silence is more valuable than ever. It is an oasis of clarity in the middle of chaos. Great thinkers, from generals to philosophers, have always emphasized the importance of restraint. They knew that silence is not passive. It is an active force, a deliberate choice that carries immense influence. To remain quiet is not to surrender. It is to observe, to calculate, to wait for the perfect moment to act. Consider the times when you have shared an idea too soon, only for it to lose its power, or when someone used your words against you. Silence, when used wisely, protects your intentions and gives you the advantage. It is the difference between a hunter who waits for the perfect moment to strike and one who lunges too soon and misses. The world is filled with those who speak before they think, who reveal their weaknesses in their eagerness to be heard. The ones who hold true power, however, are those who understand the weight of words and choose to use them sparingly. Think of a lion in the savannah. It does not announce its presence. It observes, studies, and waits for the opportune moment to act. This is the essence of strategic silence. It is the ability to hold back, to gather information, to remain unreadable. Those who speak too much expose their vulnerabilities, while those who master silence exude an air of mystery, making others uncertain and even anxious about their next move. But silence is not only about words, it is also about emotions. Resisting the urge to react impulsively is one of the greatest demonstrations of inner strength. When faced with conflict, silence gives you control over the situation. It prevents you from making rash decisions and allows you to dictate the pace of an interaction. Those who cannot control their emotions are easy to manipulate, but those who remain composed in the face of adversity become unshakable forces of power. So, how can you apply this wisdom in your daily life? Start by embracing moments of silence. Set aside time each day to step away from the noise of the world and simply observe. Just 15 minutes of quiet reflection can sharpen your mind, helping you see patterns and opportunities that others miss. Try this for a week and notice how your perception changes. In moments of conflict, train yourself to pause before reacting. Take a deep breath, listen carefully, and observe how others reveal their intentions. Like the lion waiting in the grass, patience gives you an edge. The more you watch, the more you learn. The more you listen, the more you understand. Silence, when wielded correctly, is both a shield and a weapon. It protects you from unnecessary conflict and allows you to strike with precision when the time is right. There is an old Chinese proverb that says, "The one who knows does not speak. The one who speaks does not know." This wisdom is timeless. To cultivate real influence, one must refine their ability to remain still, to absorb information, and to act only when necessary. Observation is an art that goes hand in hand with silence. It is not merely about seeing, it is about perceiving. Those who master observation gain an advantage that extends beyond what the eye can detect. Imagine a detective arriving at a crime scene. They do not rush to conclusions. Instead, they absorb every detail, analyze every clue, and piece together the story hidden beneath the surface. The best observers do not simply react to their surroundings, they decipher them. To be an effective observer, one must learn to detach from their own assumptions. Most people operate on autopilot, absorbing only what confirms their pre-existing beliefs. But a true observer steps outside of their own perspective to see reality as it is, not as they wish it to be. This skill is invaluable. It allows you to understand people not just by their words, but by their actions, their body language, and the moments when they say nothing at all. Have you ever been in a conversation where someone's words felt insincere, yet their tone or posture revealed the truth? Those who learn to read between the lines gain an unmatched advantage. They see what others overlook. They notice shifts in energy, inconsistencies in speech, and silent cues that betray a person's real thoughts. Knowledge is power, and those who observe patiently accumulate more of it than those who react impulsively. But observation, like silence, is not about passivity. It is about preparation. A skilled observer is like an archer who carefully aims before releasing their arrow. They take in their surroundings, calculate the conditions, and strike only when the moment is right. Acting without thinking leads to mistakes, but acting with full awareness leads to precision and success. So, how can you cultivate this ability in your own life? Start by being more present in your daily experiences. Practice mindful awareness. When you are engaged in a conversation, resist the urge to think about your response while the other person is speaking. Instead, fully absorb what they are saying. Pay attention to the subtleties, the pauses, the hesitations, the shifts in expression. When moving through your day, observe the world around you. Watch how people behave in public spaces, notice the rhythms of conversations, and analyze patterns you may have previously overlooked. As the philosopher Epictetus once said, it is not events that disturb men, but their opinions about events. The patient observer understands this deeply. By refining perception and sharpening awareness, they take control of their own reality, turning life's chaos into a game they know how to play. The world does not belong to those who react without thinking. It belongs to those who can see clearly, understand deeply, and move strategically. Now let's take this one step further. Silence and observation are not just methods of self-mastery, they are mechanisms of influence. Those who control information control outcomes. When you withhold your thoughts, you force others to reveal theirs. When you remain composed under pressure, you make others uncertain. The ability to say nothing can be just as impactful as saying the right thing at the right time. This is why great leaders, negotiators, and strategists understand the power of waiting. Rushing leads to errors, but those who can endure silence, who can resist the temptation to fill every moment with words, gain an upper hand. When you master the art of withholding, you cultivate an aura of mystery. People begin to wonder what you are thinking, what you are planning, and that uncertainty gives you control. Patience is a lost art, but it remains one of the most powerful tools for those who seek mastery over themselves and their circumstances. The next time you feel the impulse to react, to speak, or to explain yourself unnecessarily, pause. Let the silence do the work. Let your restraint speak for you, and watch as the world bends to the power of your presence. Silence is not emptiness. It is a force, a discipline, a strategy, and those who wield it wisely hold the keys to true influence.